Behave me. Welcome home. Welcome family. This is more than just a podcast, more than words on a screen. It's a place where every story matters, where every voice is seen. No judgment, no pretending, just hearts connecting. One conversation at a time. So pull up a chair, take a deep breath. There's always room here with Beth and Tonya. Welcome to Talkin with Tonya and Beth, presented by Swain Family Records, where real people share real stories, finding hope, finding healing. If you need a listening ear, if you need someone who cares, your family here at Swain Family Records. From addiction and recovery to mental health and life's hard days, we're building hope together, one honest conversation away. Every laugh, every tear, every lesson has a purpose here at Swain Family Records. We give people a voice. We build community. We build family. Because together, we're stronger than yesterday. Welcome to Talkin with Tonya and Beth, presented by Swain Family Records. Real talk, real people, real healing. One conversation at a time. If you ain't moving, how we moving? Move out the way. Swain Family Records. Global sound. Family first. Welcome home. Welcome family. Talking with Tonya and Beth. Only on Swain Family Records.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. And I'm Tonya.
And this is Talking with Tonya and Beth. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's having a good night. Tonight, we've chosen a topic to be about abuse and describing different situations of real life stories of both me and Tonya. And so I was going to go first for the first little bit, and then Tanya's going to talk about her stuff for a little bit. I hope you guys enjoy the show tonight. All right, so I'll start out with me. So growing up, I grew up in what is known as an abusive household. I woke up and it was like my dad and I, we were a lot alike. Like, we didn't get along at all because we were so much alike. But he was an emotional person, and so was I. But he only, like, I went through, like, my dad hitting me. Like, I have family portraits where I'm, like, sitting there holding my arm like this in a picture. Like, literally, because he had just punched me in my arm, And I was like, okay. So that kind of stuff happened. I've also experienced sexual abuse from my father, and that was only on 2 occasions that I can recall, because on one occasion I completely black out and I can't remember what happened the rest of the way. I only remember like a little bit. Now, I've also been through a lot of therapy for this. It's just been something that's been, a part of me, so it's always affected me growing up, because I didn't have a lot of friends either. I struggled a lot with fitting in, and I never felt like I did fit in. I felt like I was the odd puzzle out of everything, Like something just wasn't working, and I was like, okay, so um, but back to childhood. It was a lot of spankings that was popular back in the 80s. Spankings were popular, and I'm like, man, I hated getting spanked from my dad because he was rough. He was not
Me
gentle
too.
friendly.
Me too.
It was crazy, and I'm like, he never pulled out a belt or anything, and I never had like a switch, like where they had some kids' parents had them pick a switch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
my
never
dad
did.
did the big belt buckle.
Oh God, see, I guess I was like,
Yeah.
oh, and then
The
I like to
cowboy belt
talk back.
buckle.
I like to talk back always to my dad growing up, and so I get my mouth washed out with soap. That was the worst thing ever. I hated that, and I tried to avoid that like the plague. So I always tried to like tiptoe around him and try to like uh, not let him know like really like I was just trying to be really good, and I'd get in trouble a lot because I always got my mouth washed out. I always got spanked. I got called names too. That wasn't really nice. Um, no, I'm not on speakerphone. But anyways, so growing up, it was just tricky. Let's see. I remember there were good times too with my dad, but I don't remember them very many. Like I have a hard time recalling the good times, and that sucks. There was a period of time where, in my adulthood, after a sexual abuse situation happened with my dad, that I stopped talking to him for like a whole year. I couldn't I couldn't talk to him because I was like, I can't deal with this no more. So
Yeah.
I just had to let go for a while. And they say if you love something, you got to let it go. And if it comes back, then it's meant to be. Yeah, you heard that before.
I had to cut my dad off for a year too. I had to because when he called, he'd be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And you had no time to talk, to answer, or nothing. He'd say, "Okay, love you, bye." And
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, if you're gonna continue it that way, then I don't need you. You know what I mean? But I talk to him now. He's
Yeah.
different than he was back in the day. You know, I it's hard. It's
Yeah,
hard.
I know. Yeah, so I went like a whole year. And then when I did start talking to him again, it was because I needed to make amends to him because I was in AA at the time. Can you hear me okay? I can't hear you. Are you muted? There you go.
I don't know. It keeps like it says the host has muted your mic. I don't know. It keeps muting and unmuting.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But I can hear you.
Okay, I'm just checking
Yes, ma'am.
because I'm getting a lot of echo on my end, but I'm just saying. But anyway, um, so I started talking to him again because I had to make amends to him. So for my AA program, they tell you to make amends. So I went ahead and I made my amends to him, and he forgave me because I did a lot of messed up stuff to him too. Because I tried to break him and his new wife's marriage up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was not good, not good at all. I was still like at that point I wasn't sober. I was using drugs. My dad was not happy with me at all. I can. I'm trying to read. Sorry, I'm trying to read the questions I see on
It's
there.
saying some. I'm on a laptop though, so I don't have it on speakerphone.
I don't either.
I don't. So I'm on a laptop.
Is mine being bad too?
I don't know whose is.
Hmm.
Just popping in to inform you what's going on real quick. What's happening is for some reason, anytime Beth is talking while you're got your mic open, Tanya, it's causing feedback. That's why I've been muting it while she was talking. You'll just have to unmute when you talk. That way, it'll stop the feedback.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Is that helping? So yeah. So growing up was difficult, and I struggled in school a lot. I had a hard time learning. Um, I was in special classes because they said I was special ed. But then when I managed to get to high school, all that just randomly disappeared, and I became the smart person. Something happened. I don't know what. I don't know what happened. So I was like, well, um, so that was good. So anyway, so yeah, then I experienced abusive situations too with boyfriends. I'm sure some people can relate to that too. I had a boyfriend once. He would lock me in a closet at knife point and say that if I didn't have intercourse with him, then he was going to kill me. And I'm like, okay, yeah, not cool, not cool at all. And I don't think he was all there. He might have needed some mental help or something, I would say, because that guy was crazy. But yeah, it was let's see. So it was just a struggle. Every day was a struggle for me, and I managed to pull through though, because now when I look back on it, I everything I went through, like, it made me who I am today. Except the only stinky part about all of that and saying all that is that, like, basically it's still so I went through like therapy and stuff and all that, like psychiatrists and psychologists and all that, because I have mental illness as well. So I went through a lot of that, and then now it's like I can talk about it, but I realized, like, going through all that has definitely molded me into, like, not being able to still handle situations or make decisions. Like, sometimes I have a trouble making decisions for myself. Especially if it's something I gotta, like, really think on. I don't know. Like, I don't, like, want to be wrong because I don't want to fail. Because I felt like I failed for, like, my whole life. And I don't want to. I don't want to fail. Yeah, it is very normal to keep abuse in your life if you grew up with it. Jim B says, I worked very hard not to do the same thing with the kids as was done to me. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's how I was too. Cause, like, I didn't want to be like that to my daughter. And, like, honestly, like, I just didn't want to be like that. So it was just hard. Um, and, like, then it's like I have this, like, severe anger problem sometimes now too. So it's like it can get bad, but it's not as bad as it used to be because honestly, I'm, like, heavily medicated and it works really well. My medication, like, if I didn't have one of my medications, I know that I would not be functioning at full volumes. Like, I know I'd be, like, more thrown off than I am. Can you relate?
I'm scared to turn my mic on. Is anybody hearing any echo anymore? As I turned down my volume to the laptop too. I don't know, maybe that was it. Is there any more echoing going on? Can I
I don't
keep my
hear
mic on?
anything.
Because I feel like I'm not answering.
Go ahead.
You still there?
Yes.
I was trying to turn it down a little bit more so y'all can hear me.
I was in a very abusive relationship with my ex-husband. Still to this day, something happens to trigger my PTSD. I snap out of it, and people, no matter what, how to cope with this issue. How do I cope with this issue? So that's a very good question. Um, for me, it's hard too because once I get down, so I have PTSD too, right? Um, and it's mostly from my childhood and growing up and being molested and raped and all that shenanigans. It was like, how was I supposed to cope with that? The only way I knew how was to cry about it and talk to people about it. The more I talked about it, it felt so uncomfortable to talk about it, but the more I talked about it, the better it helped me. It helped me, and then I did like I started to do this new thing where like I just have to push through my anxiety to get I have to push through my anxiety to get to the other side, basically. Um, Instead of before, I would not I would let my anxiety basically control me, and now I don't let it do that. So when I get to that point where I feel myself, like tearing up or having a trigger moment, and I feel myself tearing up, is what I tend to do is I try to say, okay, we're not going to go here. We're not going to do this. This is not what's going on. Because usually my brain is thinking the worst scenario of whatever triggered me, if that makes sense. And
Yeah, the
then
brain always takes over.
the brain always takes over. Jim
Yeah.
B's talking about, can you read the comments too, Tonya? You can see him?
Yeah. It's like a
Okay.
little on the screen, but when it
Oh,
goes up, I can see them.
okay. Yeah, so I was just reading them because some of them are really interesting.
Yeah,
And then,
I was reading one. It says, "This is very normal to keep abuse in your life if you grew up with it," and that is true because I thought it was normal. I thought it was okay. I thought that was what was supposed to happen to me. You know what I mean? And
right.
it's not how you're supposed to live.
No, it's
You
not.
know, and if it's done to you, then your kids learn it, and the track never stops.
It's like a generational.
It's a never living battle. You know, it's hard. It's very hard.
Yeah.
If I could relive it, no. I don't like to spank my kids. I like to talk to them first. And when they don't listen, they keep doing it, then that's when I bring out the belt. But I don't choose to hit them with the belt first. I choose to talk to you, take away your belongings, your Xbox, PlayStations, your phones, whatever.
Right.
And if you still ain't listening, then it's the belt time. But I don't choose to hit because I don't want to do what was done to me. You know, if you didn't do what my dad said, you got your butt beat, and it wasn't nice. You know what I mean? It was hard, and then every relationship I had, I was abused and beat. So it's hard. It's hard. I don't
Yeah.
want. I have one daughter and three boys, and I don't want them to ever think that it's okay to hit a woman or a man because it's not. It's not right, and it's a never ending battle when you feel unwanted and unloved and you do
Yeah.
everything for everybody, you know?
It's
To feel
almost
unwanted,
like
I think that's the hardest thing.
sometimes you look for love in all the wrong places.
I could deal with everything, but to feel unwanted is very hard.
That makes sense.
And I'm going through that with my last relationship, you know? It's very hard. It's very hard. I'm in a separation right now because I'm not going to continue to let that battle take over me.
Right. So just take
That's
baby
something I
steps,
want to
I'd
get away
suggest.
from to feel safe again, to feel wanted, you know? I'm gonna take time to myself and my kids, and that's it.
That makes sense. But back to I was gonna say to Rebecca's question because she was um she was wondering on how to cope with it, and I'm sorry, I'm reading the comments again.
I know it's so hard to be on the live and do the comments.
But anyways, but what she was talking about coping with the issue, and basically, I guess the moral of the story would be: wait, she was in very abusive. Here we go with the ex-husband. So this abuse.
It's the same thing.
Oh, okay. How do you cope with this issue? But yeah, basically, how to cope with it is you take baby steps in order to try not to go there. Like, but it's never gonna go away because it's like a tick. I've heard like,
Yeah.
I've heard that people do like that. What is that thing where someone with the eyes? You know what I'm talking about? There's a thing that they do. It's supposed to help with like PTSD issues and stuff like that. It's something. It's some kind of thing they do. It stimulates something and it makes that event, that traumatic event, like go away. But it's like really expensive to get that treatment. I know that works for a fact. Yeah, fine.
Yeah, that is true.
That's true. Yeah.
And that's the scary part, to get into another relationship because you don't know if it's gonna happen again. And
Right. You
I'm
never
I've
know.
been through an abusive boyfriend at 16, and my dad, and my ex-husband, and this one, and I don't want to go through it again.
Right. I hear you.
I just want to stay single and raise my kids.
That makes sense. Well, Tanya, I have about. I can't count time. I'm gonna pass it over to you early, okay?
Oh, really? Thanks.
Yeah, because I always go first, and now it's your turn to carry on the show.
Woo-hoo.
Do your
Yes, I
thing.
have a hard time being on camera, okay? I really do because I've always felt like I'm wanted. So I have a hard time being seen. I don't like being looked at for the abuse that I had.
Yeah, single sometimes is a lot easier.
Yes, it is. Because you could do whatever you want, get up whatever you want.
No, 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 no complications of anything. It's just super, super easy.
Or
Always
get up
your
and go make my food, or do I got clean clothes? I ain't got to hear that right now.
right.
I just got to hear from the kids. Yeah. So, I'm going to talk about my abuse. Like I mentioned some of it. It started with my dad. Um, if he told you to go do something, you had to snap, snap. If you didn't, you was getting in trouble or you was getting your butt, whooped. So the big cowboy buckle belt. So, that was it, it was hard. And then I had left Pasadena, went to Katy, lived there till I was 16, and then I went back to Pasadena and went with my dad. I lived with him for 3 weeks, and he had kicked me out. So I had my best friend introduced me to her brother,
Hmm.
and needless to say, I had gotten apart with him, and he started beating the living crap out of me from day and night. I went to work, and when I came home, I had to cook dinner for him and his dad, and do the whole 9 yards. I stayed with him for a year until I could finally escape and get away. And I had moved back to Katy.
Absolutely, I'd say.
And
Who's asking a question?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Rebecca was asking a question. Is it true that women can be abusive? Just asking from experience. Yeah, women can be abusive too. It happens. I don't think it matters who does the abuse, or like
abuse comes from anybody. It doesn't
anybody.
it
Yeah,
doesn't
there's
matter.
like
Like it's a hard life. I mean, men can get abused too. It's not just women, you know.
mhm.
But we're here to tell our stories because I don't want somebody to have to go through what I went through, you know. I if you need to talk, we're here, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I feel, you know, like I was never good enough. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't do nothing right. And that's how I still feel to this day. And that's where I had to like physically step back and try to become myself again. I haven't been myself in, I say, about almost 8 years going on now. I haven't been myself. You know, I haven't laughed, giggled, you know. And so, um, being in abusive relationships, it takes a toll on you. Mentally, physically, it takes a toll on you.
For sure.
And, you know, I don't believe that it's right to be abused, and it should be more out there to where people can talk to people. You know what I'm saying? More stuff like this to where people can talk to people. I mean, big thank you to, you know, the Swain Family Records Network, because if it
Yeah,
wasn't
if
for
y'all are
them, we
just
wouldn't be
joining.
having this show. You know, we wouldn't be having Talkin' Tanya and Beth, and I'm not scared to tell my story because it could help somebody. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go into full detail online because, you know, but if you want to inbox me, I can physically tell you stuff, you know, behind closed doors. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if
But
y'all are just joining, by the way, this is Swain Family Records Composition Arena talking with Tanya and Beth. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe. Support's
get
always
us out
good.
there.
It takes 2 seconds to do it. Um, but thank you for being here. Thank you guys for being a part of our lives now and helping me and helping you guys at the same time is the most beneficial reward from all of this.
Yes, it puts a big smile on my face that I ain't had in a long time. You know, I love helping people. I love being there for people. I love taking care of people, but the right people. You know what I mean? The right people.
Hmm.
So it's hard to grow up by yourself, or, you know, I grew up a gangster life, so
Were
it
you like an
was, you
only
know,
child?
no, I have an older sister and a brother. I
Okay,
have
did
an
they
older
go
sister and
through
a
like the
brother.
same thing?
Yes, we all did with my father. We
Yeah.
all did, and I was his prize package. I did everything right, you know. Uh,
Are you the
didn't
oldest or
mess
the
up
youngest?
because
Do you know?
I didn't want to get beat any more than I was, so I didn't mess up. You know what I mean? I chose not to mess up because I didn't want to get beat. You
Right?
know what I mean? I tried to be perfect. I tried to be perfect in everything.
Can also ask some questions, some intentions, because you're
Yes, yes, and that is true.
yeah.
That is true. I've been used and abused my whole life. It's everybody always wants a handout. Everybody
It's
always
like, what do
wants
you
something.
want?
Like, when you gonna hand out to me? You know what I mean? Like, I've never felt safe. I lived with a backpack. I'm 42 years old. I ain't scared to tell nobody. I'm 42 years old. I've lived with a backpack my whole life because I've never felt safe anywhere I've ever been. And it's hard.
Yeah, your Rebecca said that she hated it when her parents played favorites with me and her sister, me and my sister. She says, yeah, my dad. His favorite was my brother because he was the good one, the normal child, and I was the black sheep. So I can relate to that a lot.
Well, my brother, he had bad asthma, and he was a bleeder. When my mom had him, the doctor had cut him behind the ear, and they didn't let her see him. I forgot how many hours, but it was a long time. And so my dad never wanted to take him anywhere. So it was me, you know what I mean? I was the tomboy growing up, favorite child. And the things that, he done, I mean, it wasn't just abuse, um, he did other, not, I mean, not like sexual or anything, but, he was a drug dealer and stuff like that. And when he got caught up, uh, we had to leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My mom, she didn't want to be in that situation no more, so she had left. So just, I think every time I'm scared, like when somebody asks me to do something, I try to do it perfect because I don't want to get hit, you know what I mean? Or I start flinching, or you know what I mean? Because it's hard. Yeah,
Oh,
that's hard when your
his
parents
brother is
pick
the
a
golden child.
favorite. Yeah, it's
Not
hard when your
even.
parents pick a favorite.
Indeed, women can be abusive. Yeah, they can be. That's for sure. There's no discrimination in that. Why do you think parents choose one child over the other when there are multiple children in the family? I
They
don't
shouldn't. I
know.
mean, I treat
They
all my
shouldn't,
kids
but
equally. I
they
treat all my
shouldn't,
kids
but
equally. Every single one of them. If I do for one, I do for all. I don't treat none of them equally because I never want one to feel more loved than the other.
right.
I took parenting to a different level, and now after having a 21-year-old and a 20-year-old, like I let the little ones do a lot more than I let the older ones do because I just want them to have a childhood that I never had,
Right. That makes
and
sense.
it's hard, you know, raising boys by yourself. It's very hard, when the dad was here, you know what I'm saying, and he say, your mom said this, your mom said that, and why you put everything on me? Why can't your parents said no, your mom and we said no. We said no.
Yeah,
You
it
know
was
what I
always
mean?
about
Stop putting it
you.
on me because then I'm the bad guy. And then I got to take care of him. And no, I'm about to take him to your job. That's what I used to say. How's the boys doing? About to take him to your job.
Yeah, a lot has changed since I even grew up. Like,
Yes, me too. Me too.
I think parents are a lot softer now, but they have to be because everybody's yelling abuse, abuse, you know?
Yes.
So,
And
like, it sucks because the people that are yelling it and that are not doing any good for it are like not helping, you know?
it's like you're damned if you do or damned if you
Damn if
don't.
you
You know what
don't.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like we're raising them for the government. You know what I mean? Because one time, my daughter, she was in fifth grade, and two parents started fighting on who was going to take the kid home. And
Hmm.
this is after school hours, okay?
Oh wow.
And the parents, we were taking pictures, me and my daughter's friend's mom, and all of a sudden the kids were gone. So they put the kids in a different room and they put the parents in a different room. And I'm like, where's my child? And they wouldn't tell us at first. And they were like, oh, well, when they're on school property, you're not the parent. You know, you're not in charge. And
Right.
that really messed me up when COVID hit too, because I didn't send them to school. When they said that they were going to quarantine our kids for 14 days, that really messed up me. You know what I mean? I don't do nothing uh, with the government. You know what I mean?
They're talking
I
about the kids.
don't.
Jim said that he doesn't pick favorites to his 8 children. They all fuck up. They all do great. They all are my kids, and I love them all. Yeah, that's a
That's
good
true.
point.
Yeah.
They're all gonna mess up. They're all gonna,
We're not
do
supposed to be
something good.
perfect.
We're
Just
not.
like
Yeah, we're
parenting
human.
ain't written in a book. You know what I'm saying? We learn every day. You learn minute by minute. You know what I'm saying? Second by second.
I mean, we're
That is
human
true.
after all. You know, God's
I
creation.
love all my kids equally.
Exactly. I don't have one kid, but I love her equally. But yeah,
and that's good because she don't have to share her time with everybody, you know. Or I want to be with mom. I want to be with mom.
right?
Because my two youngest, man, they fight. Like when you pick up one and do something with the one, you got to do it with the other. And I'm like, oh God, you know, come on.
Oh yeah,
Me too,
schools
mom, me
have one
too.
overboard.
Jealousy.
Oh yeah, jealousy. That's the thing. My
Yes,
my
the
dog and
schools
my
have
cat
went
get jealous over
overboard.
each other.
The kids have went overboard. The schools have went overboard. Even when my daughter was in high school, I think it was no, junior high. She had came home with lice, and I kept telling them, why in the world does she keep coming with lice? And the nurse had told us that they don't send kids home no more. If they have lice, they let them stay in the school. And I'm like, what in the world? So us
That's
parents have to
crazy.
keep dealing with this?
That's not even right.
No. I'm scared to send my youngest to school. You know, I really am. I'm really thinking about homeschooling because it's hard.
Yeah, I
It's hard
know.
trusting it. And I have a big, for everything that happened in my life, I have a big trust problem. You know what I mean? I do.
Yeah, that makes sense. I trust too easily is what I do. It's like kind of the opposite. I trust too easily, and then I'm like, and then I get deceived rather quickly, and I'm like, meh, you know, and then I'm like, this ain't even right. Schools were so mean to me when my ex-husband and I was going through a divorce. I had custody of the kids. Yeah, the schools are mean. They're ridiculous, and then they do like crazy things. Like I don't know, they're just a little overboard now.
Yeah, and then they tell us our generation was stupid and they don't even teach these kids how to count coins and money and
And they
everything. And
don't
I'm
know cursive.
no, and that too. I'm
Like
telling my kids, like, how are y'all gonna make y'all signature? That's how you know, nobody can
yeah,
steal your identity, you know, like y'all better figure that out.
for real.
I, I don't know. I guess we were so dumb, you know what I mean?
I
But I know
know.
how to count
And
money.
then they say, but they say our generation's actually smarter, you know, than the next generation coming. That's the ones you're supposed to be worried about or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have to deal with that school stuff too much. Because, like, I would be, I don't know.
I'm already pulling my hair out. I
I'd
really
be
am
like,
because I'm like,
God,
what'd
what
you
was it?
do? I love my kids, but I'm like, what did you do?
I'd be like, oh my
I got
God.
how many more years of this?
My 6-year-old last year taught all her friends to write in school in cursive. Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
That's really good. I'm glad she did. You can't blame the state that they have changed curriculum standardized tests is so stupid. Oh yeah, I used to hate those standardized tests. And the TAWS test,
Oh
that thing's
yes.
ridiculous. Apparently if you don't pass that, you can't graduate. And I was like, I was screwed because I don't do tests, you know? Well, I didn't in like high school. College was a different story because it was on a specific topic and I was able to figure that out pretty good. I was able to get 100s on tests. But like stuff like school stuff, no.
I didn't get to graduate. I had cancer in my uterus when I was 17, and they had to burn it out of me. So I
So you
just
didn't
went
get to graduate.
straight to work, straight to work. That's what I did. But I made it to management without a high school education. You know what I mean?
I gave the cashier 12 on a
I
silver.
I was reading that.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when they don't know how to give the
Oh,
change back.
I
It
know. And
annoys
then you're like,
me.
you're going to be under.
Oh man, that
Don't get in
annoys me.
trouble. For
Or being
real.
on the other end and being a cashier, and the customer's like, "Oh, I gave you a 20," and you're like, "No, you only gave
No,
me a
you
10. I used to
didn't.
keep
Yeah.
the money on the till because
Oh,
they
that's
would
funny.
lie."
She couldn't
She
count to
couldn't count to
5.
five.
That's sad.
That's what we got our fingers for, right?
That's why I got 10. I use all of them to count.
I know.
I'm special. Like, if I don't have a calculator, we're in trouble.
Oh no, no,
I'm
no,
not good
no.
with math. Math is not my forte. It wasn't in
I
school
I
either.
can count money and talk to you at the same time.
But
All the jobs I had, my manager, he could keep talking to me. You need to do this and this and this, and I'd still be counting the money.
yeah. But yeah, it's crazy. The world we live in is crazy. We were thinking of having an episode on that. What do y'all think? The world is crazy, and how do we deal with it?
Yeah, we need to. Well, if they taught
Oh
simple
yeah,
math
they
instead
do.
of
The
using
Noy Boy
boxes.
said they use boxes in math, and they do. They do that weird stuff. It's like core math or some
Look, I'm
crap
not
like
ready
that.
to do math. I'm not ready to do math with my 5-year-old. I'm like, oh Lord,
I
I'm
know
not,
because
because it's so
it's
different.
complicated. Yeah, they do it all backwards and stuff. I don't even know what they're doing. I'm like, I don't know. I don't understand. I have to really read the directions, and then I have ADHD, so I'd really have to read and read and read until I got it, kind of thing. I'm special, okay? At least I know this. That's the first step. I hate math. Laugh out loud. It's complicated. Yeah, it is complicated. It's just like my brain in school used to shut down, and I just be like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I wouldn't do it either. I get F's all the time. I was not good at math.
When the equation.
Oh man, I only made it to geometry. Sorry, I'm getting a drink. I talk too much.
Getting dry throat.
I'm getting a dry mouth over here. Anyways, but what was I saying? Do you remember? Do you
You're
math?
going in and out about the math.
Sorry.
The new math is horrible. I hate teaching. I know.
Oh yeah, Declaration of
Yo,
Independence. Yeah, and then they took prayer out of school, which I think is ridiculous too. I'm like, what are you gonna say? Who's to say there is no God? You know what I mean? Like, who are you to say that? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know,
right?
it's funny. I don't know. I had to quit playing God a long time ago. He's got a hard job.
Yo.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just crazy. Let's see, it's hard to
It's hard to
control people
control
when
people.
they have knowledge. Oh yeah, it does make it a little more complicated.
Yo.
So, anyways, how was your day today? I didn't even ask you. How was everybody's day? Y'all doing okay today?
So I was an Uber driver and not getting paid for it.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Uh, Taking the kids back and forth to work, colleges. We do it all. We do it all,
We do
Rebecca.
it
We
all.
do
We
it all.
incorporate
That's what this
everything.
show's for.
You're alive. I know you're alive. Yeah, that's good though. Yeah, we like to talk about a little bit of everything. We're not really selective. Does anybody have anything that they want to talk about or that they can relate to or anything they want to share with us or they have questions or whatnot?
And please don't forget that we have an email too.
Oh yeah, we
And
got an
please
email too.
email us. Please email us. It is up and running. Please email us.
Yes, it is Talkin Tonya Beth at gmail.com.
Yep.
But yeah, let's see here. Well, nobody's asking any questions or talking. They got quiet on us.
What else we gonna talk about next? We already did abuse, schools.
Noe Boy says I can relate pretty much. All y'all spoken about growing up beautiful, dealing with abusive relationships, controlling men. Yeah, controlling men. I can't do controlling men. I don't want no part of that. I just wanted to see how awesome. Oh, okay. Thank you, Rebecca. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
We're trying here. It's something that we both wanted to do and that we're excited about doing, and because we're giving back, and that's what's
But
important.
we're waiting for y'all's emails. Come on, we're waiting for y'all's emails.
Yeah, so
Inbox us anything, please.
Any ideas you might have, you want to share with us? We're open to suggestions. Anything you guys want to.
And we don't just have to talk about, just one subject. Like, we're talking about everything. We can move on to something else.
Why do people feel like they have to be in control all the time? Because I think it's a fear thing, honestly. Because I used to want to control a whole situation, and it was a fear-based thing for me. Like, I was afraid of losing something or not getting something I wanted. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah. But definitely a fear thing. I used to run my whole life off fear, like it was my whole life was fear based. Everything. I ran from everything. I still run to this day from shit. It's crazy.
Get scared I'm gonna get in trouble. And I'm 42 years old. I always think I'm gonna get in trouble.
Oh, me too. At work too. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about. They call me in the office, or my boss called me yesterday and was like, oh, do you want to come in the next 2 days? But before she said that, I thought I was in trouble.
Yes.
Fear is powerful emotion. Everything control. Yeah, exactly. I need some more water, but I can't get up right now, so.
So you're chewing the ice?
Yep. Sorry.
You'll make some water?
I'm trying.
You want me to share some with you?
Yeah.
I can share some with you. Here you go. Get a drink. You ready?
Yeah, Rebecca said she forgot to send her email today because she was busy. It's all right, though. It's no worries. We figured it out. Okay, I'm done.
I didn't hear what you said. You cut out.
Oh, I did? I'm sorry. What did I say? Oh, I told Rebecca that she said she forgot to send the email. And I said, it's all right. Emails are nice, but asking live is better. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, yes. Asking live is better. That's why I'm saying I'm open to suggestions.
Or being on the live with us too. Or tapping in on the live with us too.
We would like to have special guests. So if you feel like maybe you wanna be a special guest on our show and you have a topic that you'd like to talk about that we can all talk about as a group, I think that would be a good idea as well. So I think that would be something that we'll maybe be incorporating here in the future. So if you want to send us an email and you feel like you fit the description I just said, then go ahead, send us an email. Please. We'll go from there. And we'll go ahead and talk about your topic and see if we can help some people with it, Hope is alive today, I didn't have hope for a long time, but now I have hope. And I'm grateful. I'm trying to
find it. I'm trying to find it. You got it, but I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find it still.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find my Prince Charming, I guess they would say. They gave us all those fairy tales and everything. They gave us a false.
Oh yeah. Like Cinderella.
Way of life, yeah. No, and not Cinderella. I don't want to be a Cinderella.
No,
you know what I mean?
Sleeping Beauty?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better. What's your biggest fear that you have from growing up in an abusive household? Like, are you afraid you would do it to your spouse or your children? So I never, I when I grew up in my household, and was I well, I have I done it to like my spouse or my child? So I can honestly say that I am a very non-confrontational person because of it now. I hate confrontation. I don't want to be involved in all that. That's too much for
Yeah.
me. You know, like my emotions and my brain just can't handle all that. So it basically does like a shutdown thing, you know. But yeah, so I wouldn't have any experience in going and abusing people back now. Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
No.
So
And I try to keep that. I don't want my kids to grow up the same way I did, thinking that it was okay. So I don't try to hit them unless they push my limit. You know what I mean? When your casket, tips, you know what I mean? Then that's when they got to take the consequences. But I don't choose to because of the way that I grew up.
right.
By my father. You know what I'm saying? Not by my mother, by my father. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And to think that it's normal, it's not.
It's
Being
not.
abused is not normal. Feeling alone when you're in a relationship is not normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know.
Um,
No,
it's
we gotta
easy
roll.
now because he's not the same man that he was. He's almost got 29 years in AA, so it's a lot different to be around him.
I'm clapping
So
for it.
he's not the
That's
same
awesome.
man that he was. He's a different man. So, and now he shuts up and he listens, you know.
Which is different.
Um, it's hard. It's hard, and when I did walk away from him, and that was around the time that my brother died in 2016 when I walked away from him, and when I seen him at my brother's memorial, I gave him a hug and a kiss, and that was it. You know what I mean? Like, when I stand on something, I stand on it 10 toes. I don't back down. If you put yourself in that position, then I don't back down.
I feel like I'm a
You
total
know what I
opposite.
mean?
I'm like I'm quick to just be like F you kind of thing, like bye. Like I don't
Yeah.
need you. That's just how I get, and once I put my mind to something, usually I'm pretty much sticking with it.
And I hate people when they say that somebody can't change, because they can change. If they want
Yeah,
to, they
they
can
have to want
change. And
to.
I mean, he did. He's a different man than he was today. I mean, if he was probably the same man and an abusive, I wouldn't want to be around him. You know what I mean?
Right,
But
right.
he changed. I guess you would say he grew up and put his big boy pants on. I guess big boy undies on.
Yeah, so like I had 3 years left with my dad, and then he died. But our relationship was better for the most part because I was those demons were gone, everything was gone, and it was just a normal relationship for the last 3 years of his life, which I was grateful to have. So
Oh wow, I'm so sorry. At least you got to have happy times before he did
before he
pass.
died, yeah. And I always felt like I got cut short, but it was just right. Biggest thing, you cannot change someone; they have to want to change. Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
Gotta want to change.
But it can. You can change. My mother hates my wife. She thinks my first wife was a better fit for me. But they can't choose who you be with and who you want to be with.
Yeah, exactly. That's not their relationship. That's what I
It's
have to
your
remind my
relationship.
mom.
It's
Like,
who you want to be with the rest of your life.
yeah, I'm like, Jesus, bro. Let us be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. No, I'm not start singing. I'll be like, oh my God, leave your day job. It's my day job right now.
Yeah, and that's what we said too for one show that earlier on the phone that we needed to make it just music and just start singing on the live.
Yeah, we're gonna start singing. But it's been a real good show today. I feel like we really got some good questions, and I appreciate y'all showing up today. And thank you for coming out to Swain Family Records Competitive Arena. Wasn't Tonya supposed to sing today? Uh-oh.
Y'all be
Somebody
trying
remember.
to. Y'all really want me to sing? Or as long as we live, this will be. Don't say
Yeah.
never. I can't read the end of it yet, but don't say never because I said that before too, and I got with somebody else, and I keep saying I don't want to be with nobody, but if I find Mr. Right, hey.
I was with my ex-husband for 15 years. He was very abusive to me. Why do you think it was hard for me?
I didn't remove myself because of my kids. I was thinking about my older kids, but if I could do it all over again, I wouldn't have stayed married for 16 years. I would have walked away and left. That was
For real.
a hard thing to stay. You know what I mean?
I
And
left baby
then,
daddy because I left my ex-boyfriend because he was cheating on me with 6 different chicks. So I was like, no, you got to go. And I was
well,
smart
yeah.
enough at that time to let him go, And he
Well,
didn't come back, thank God.
I found out from mine when he was hitting me, and then he was working with a coworker, and she was getting abused by her boyfriend, and he was having conversations with her on the phone,
Oh,
and
wow.
that confused the hell out of me. So, I mean, I still stayed with them. My kids were young at that time. I had, like I said earlier, cancer, and I wasn't supposed to have kids, and I had two. They're 11 months apart in 2005. One at the beginning of the year and one at the end of the year. So,
Have a great night, Jim B. Thank you guys for joining
thank
us
you for
tonight.
joining in.
It was
Thank you.
real. We've had a great night. Lots of good conversation, good questions, good people, fellowship, as I call it.
And if
Family
you didn't,
fellowship.
write your comments in. If you want to inbox us and ask us anything too, we can
For
be
sure.
there.
And like I said, our email is talking
And Tonya
Tonya
Beth
Beth
at
at
gmail.com.
gmail.com. Yep. So, and it's on our flyers. I'm going to make some more flyers for us. So we'll get something going here. Look a little bit more spruced up. I got to change our color scheme again. Maybe I have to change the whole picture around. Who knows? Maybe I'll put me on one side and you on the other side.
When my daughter was doing my laptop, it kept flipping, and you were on the other side and talking, and Tanya was backwards. I was like, what the heck?
I think it's hard for abuse to see what's happening in relationships. Sometimes abuse is subtle, emotional, or even psychological. Yeah, and then you're like, I think walking away is fear. Some of it's fear based too, as well, because you're afraid of like, what's this person going to do to me if I try to leave? You
Yeah.
know, what's the repercussions going to be? So,
Or
just
what's
make
going to
sure
happen with my
you
kids, and
just make
my
sure
main
you
thing was my kids.
have support system and people to help you through it. Don't do it alone. You don't ever have to be alone.
No, no, because then your mind starts racing in places you don't want it to go. You have to talk to somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why we wanted to make this show. We're not licensed counselors, but we are here to listen and help you in any way that we can.
So please reach out if you guys need us. We'll be here. And until next Tuesday, we'll see you again.
Thank you. Signing out.
Signing
Have a good
out.
night.
Behave me. Welcome home. Welcome family. This is more than just a podcast, more than words on a screen. It's a place where every story matters, where every voice is seen. No judgment, no pretending, just hearts connecting, one conversation at a time. So pull up a chair, take a deep breath. There's always room here with Beth and Tonya. Welcome to Talkin with Tonya and Beth, presented by Swain Family Records, where real people share real stories, finding hope, finding healing. If you need a listening ear, if you need someone who cares, your family here at Swain Family Records. From addiction and recovery to mental health and life's hard days, we're building hope together, one honest conversation away. Every laugh, every tear, every lesson has a purpose here at Swain Family Records. We give people a voice, we build community, we build family, because together we're stronger than yesterday. Welcome to Talkin with Tonya and Beth, presented by Swain Family Records. Real talk, real people, real healing, one conversation at a time. If you ain't moving, how we moving? Move out the way. Swain Family Records. Global sound, family first. Welcome home. Welcome family. Talking with Tonya and Beth, only on Swain Family Records.